It is June 24th, 2017. This is the Watchman News, and I'm Mike Callahan. I'm sitting here this morning with my coffee, scrolling through RT's news, and I put out a video earlier about some E4Bs that were damaged by a tornado, and I was scrolling along, and I ran into another story that just stuck out to me like a sore thumb. And it's a perfect display. I often talk about the different rules for not only different individuals, but also different nations. And as we know, North Korea has been testing a lot of new technology to them to try and better, strengthen their defense. Now, I'm not standing up for North Korea necessarily, or anybody else for that matter, but I'm just showing the stark contrast in between what's allowed by who and what's not allowed by who. Also, the reason this story stands out to me is I know for a fact that I've read at least one, possibly two fiction books, doomsday type of books, that had to do with a missile or a super EMP device that was launched via missile off of a shipping container. And I kept that's just stuck in my head ever since reading that, because I thought, wow, that, if they could somehow hide the signature from that device from being picked up by satellite or whatever, wow, that's a scary thought. So anyway, looking through RT, I ran across this story. Long-range missile that can fit in shipping container test fired at sea by Israeli contractor. That's interesting, too, that you have private industries doing all this. That adds another level of things I don't like to it, you know what I mean? Anyway, an Israeli defense contractor has successfully test-fired a missile with a 400-kilometer range that can fit into a standard shipping container launched from a ship. It joins the trend of weaponizing civilian freighters. You get that? Wow. That's insane. Just that right there is just absolutely mind-blowing and disturbing. The missile that was fired on Tuesday, dubbed LoRa, or Long-Range Artillery Weapon System, is produced by state-owned defense giant Israel Aerospace Industries. According to company specifications, the solid propellant ground-to-ground 1,600-kilogram projectile has a range of 400 kilometers and can be fired at a target in just 10 minutes. First revealed in 2006, the missiles were originally designed to be secretly deployed. To protect them from detection, the missiles are stored in dedicated sealed canisters that can fit inside a standard shipping container and have a shelf life of 7 years without maintenance. Where's the sanctions for this, right? Where's the sanctions? From the start, IAI saw LoRa as both land-based and ship-based system. This week, a missile fired from a ground launcher placed on a freighter vessel out at sea successfully hit its intended target on land. This was one of the most complex trials we held over the past few years and a technological breakthrough for IAI's missile development operations, said Executive Vice President Boaz Levi, according to an IAI statement. The trial was held according to a full operational outline, including an assessment of the system's maneuvering, assault, and precision capabilities. The impressive results attest to the system's maturity and advanced capabilities, he said. In theory, a complete containerized version of LoRa would not need a dedicated launcher system. Rather, a standard container would house 4 missiles and everything needed to fire them. A command and fire control section inside another container would be enough to serve up to 4 launchers. The new technology could potentially turn any civilian freighter ship into a naval missile platform, a consideration that raises concerns about potential sneak attacks. Standardization would also make deploying such missiles on dedicated warships more flexible. Russia has a similar system, a version of its Caliber cruise missile called Club K, which was unveiled in 2011. Artist concepts show the Russian Navy's upcoming Arctic patrol boat with 2 containerized Caliber launchers on its stern. I'll leave the link on this down in the description. The interesting thing is not only this story that I had done, but also the last story I had done about the damaged D4Bs. At the end of the story, this is the second one now, to where they specifically brought Russia up. Why? Why did they specifically bring Russia up in these articles and talk about what they have? I realize we're reading news from Russia Today. I get that. But I just found that kind of interesting, kind of odd. I really don't recall reading stories in the past to where it talks about one company or one country's abilities and then adds in what Russia's capabilities or what they have. It's kind of different. But this is a very concerning thing. Very concerning thing, and maybe I feel that way just because of the books I've read, but something to keep an eye on. Link will be in the description.